It's also going to get lots of pyar as I'm talking about my special guest this afternoon. I know it was one of these kind of late announcements, but if you follow me on Twitter and my Facebook and also my Instagram, then you'll know that I did kind of plug it earlier on. Just didn't give you a time for it because I didn't know what time he was going to finish, because it is part of the #1 show which is running here in the UK. I'm talking about Namkaran lead actor who plays Neil on the show, Zain Imam, who joins me here. Zain, welcome back here on Dry Time. How you doing?
Thank you so much, Raj. So good to speak to you. And I'm so sorry about the short notice to have told you that we're going live there. Just rushed out of my set just to speak to you and go live over there.
Thank you so much, Zain. No, and don't apologise, it's all perfectly fine. It has been a few months, though, since I've spoken to you, because I think the last time I spoke to you was when you were on Dashina Ishq on ZTV. Now, obviously, you're on Star Plus with Namkaran, which is rated really well here in the UK, constantly #1. I was telling you that last night it went to #3, but it won't be long before it goes back to #1. So congratulations on the success of Namkaran.
Thank you so much, man. And you've been my single point of contact in the UK. So been informing me about that. And just want to thank you guys and all the fans out there in the UK who've been watching the show very religiously. And I can't just wait to speak to them.
One thing I do want to say, Zain, is that, you know, when a show usually takes a leap, there's usually a tumble in the ratings. They go down. But with your show, since you've been part of it, the ratings have shot up and they've kind of changed the kind of whole dimension of the show. So you obviously got something to, a major part to play in that. So how does that make you feel?
Well, it felt really nice to have been associated with Namkaran, because majorly when I was told about Namkaran, I was told that, it's Mr. Mahesh Bhatt's vision. And when we actually got to see and meet Mr. Bhatt, and when he briefed us about Namkaran, the characters, it was really lovely speaking to him. And, I really knew then and there that, this show is going to do well post the leap. And and now that we topping the charts in the UK, I am actually sure that we really are doing well.
Mm-hmm. And not just in the UK, but also in India. There's a lot of love for Namkaran, because it's kind of like revived. I think the whole show is just kind of revamped ever since you guys have, you've taken over the show after what it was before.
It has, Yes, it has got all the young actors, so that, people who are actually teenagers or probably young blood, they can connect to it. So it's kind of not that typical Saas Bahu saga. So it has youth involvement in the show, so probably the youth can actually connect to this show as well, along with all the aunties and uncles out there. Mm-hmm. So yes, we're just excited that we're doing well, and we've been putting in a lot of effort in our show. And we've been working day and night just to keep our audiences entertained.
Mm-hmm. And also, before we go any further, we must pay tribute to, of course, Rima Lagu, who was a part of the show and who passed away quite recently. She was a major part of that show. So, things have moved on considerably since then. Of course, you can't replace a veteran actress like that. But, how has the team of Namkaran coped ever since Rima ji passed away?
Rima ji, she's kind of irreplaceable, if I may say so, because she played a significant part in the show. And now that she was actually the most senior actress in Namkaran, and to have been associated just with her and to have been working with her, it was an honor to actually work with her. Because she's, worked with Salman Khan. She's played mother to Salman Khan, Shah Rukh, Ajay Devgan, everybody in the industry, and half of the industry was there at the cremation. And I was actually lucky to have worked with her. I can only thank God that I was part of Namkaran when she was there. So we kind of miss Rima ji, but we certainly are sure she's happy up there, and she's actually looking to us and showering her blessings down upon us.
Indeed, yeah, that's what she's doing. She's watching from above to see how the show's doing, and it's doing incredibly well. Moving on, Zain, of course, Neil Khanna, your character, the amount of love it's getting, man. I'm overwhelmed here. I don't know how overwhelmed you are, because there's a lot of fans that are tuned in just to kind of listen to hear your voice. How does it make you feel to be loved so much around the world?
I feel overwhelmed, man. That's basically Neil Khanna. for you. And I am actually overwhelmed because the kind of response that we are getting from Namkaran, and it's outstanding. And we can't just thank our fans enough.
Oh. Okay, so let's go to some other questions. Now, there's a few fan questions that I've got here. Kiran wants to know, what's the one scene that you've done so far in the show? It's probably going to be a difficult one to answer, but what's the one that you enjoyed the most doing that kind of stands out for you?
Which I kind of liked, any one episode.
Any particular scene or even episode that kind of stands out for you?
This particular scene wherein, I got married to Avni, my co-star.
Yep.
And because I was supposed to get married to Ria, the other co-star, and later down the line I get to know that I kind of get married to Avni. So it was really shocking for me. So that moment, after I get to know that, I got married to her, that shocking moment, then we had a conversation wherein I tell her that, you kind of ruined my life, that this is not right, what you've done. So that scene was pretty good. And also today's scene that we did wherein I kind of blast all my family members about, taking Avni out of the house. So I really like that scene. Yeah. There's been a lot of emotional scenes in Namkaran that I've really liked.
Yeah.
Because there've been performance scenes as such.
Yeah.
So I like doing heavy, intense, I was part of Dashnishk. I love doing the intense scenes. Over here as well, some intense comedy, emotional scenes, I love doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
so
what
it actually shows in the scene.
Indeed,
well.
indeed. Zain, sorry, I just want to say that there's a lot of love, not just for you as well, but also your co-star, of course, Avni. You're getting loads and loads of love as together, as a couple on screen together. How is it to be working with her on the show?
Okay, we hardly interact, to be very honest. Because she's an extrovert and we hardly interact. We just kind of we share a professional relationship together, and nothing past than that. Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay, that's surprising because I thought because of the amount of chemistry you got on screen, I suppose it's the natural.
I'm just being honest on on your radio.
Okay, so you don't really chill out. You don't do things offset. It's just all on set, right?
Really. She's kind of very silent mode type. So,
and
I'm more into more outgoing kind of a personality. So.
Okay, moving on then. There's a question here from one of your fans asking, her name's Kay Sravanti, who's asking, who was your first major crush? I mean, can you remember your first major crush who you had?
Where in Hollywood or Bollywood?
Koi bhi, yaar, koi bhi. Whose poster did you have when you were growing up in your bedroom?
I really loved Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, okay.
So I have this major crush on her. Yes, indeed. And but now that she's gotten old, now my crush has been transferred to somebody else.
Oh, who?
So yeah, I think I like Jennifer Lawrence now these days.
Okay. Yeah. That is very interesting. I like that. Okay. Okay, Naga Ramya is asking, who would you say is a role model to you in the industry, in the TV industry at the moment?
Could it be Bollywood?
Anyone, yeah, could be anyone.
Yeah. Not in the TV industry.
Yep, go on then.
I really like John Abraham for the person he is, the genuine personality he is. I like Shah Rukh for being a nice orator, and Salman for his bindas attitude,
Mm-hmm.
So there's no one person I idolize. I really like John Abraham.
Okay. And Zain's girl wants to know, what's the one quality of Neil that you like and admire the most?
Well, he's very straightforward. I mean, he doesn't take shit. He doesn't take any sort of nonsense in his life. And he is what he is, and he's straight on the face. So, yeah, that strong-headed person, I really like that. And that's how Zain is as well in real life.
Okay. Zain, sorry, can I just say we're live on the radio, so please no swearing, all right? So none of that beep word, all right? So we apologise to anyone who got offended. You want to do a live interview, right, Zain? It's a live interview, man. None of that. It's okay. Mariam, by the way, you're talking about the qualities you like in Zain's, in Neil's character. Tell me, Mariam wants to know, what's the one trait you don't like in Neil's character and that you'd like to change?
One trait I don't like about Neil's character. He doesn't smile much, I would say. I mean, he hardly smiles.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a very, intense and, just doing his work and very disciplined in his life. So he kind of doesn't have time for a good laugh.
Okay.
So I think that's really, I actually hate in Neil's character.
Mm-hmm. Ramsha wants to know, have you seen, by the way, I've got to admit, I like this magazine that they've started. It's like kind of this fan club magazine.
Oh, of Neil Gazette.
Of Neil Gazette, yes. So Ramsha is asking, what was your reaction when you saw that?
Oh, I was actually shocked that, our fans, I mean, they love us so much that, they've actually printed, I guess, 10 number of copies for us. And they've printed everybody, and they've written a lot in that magazine. I can't really tell you. I mean, I didn't get the time to read the whole magazine, but only my part that I could actually read. And it was wonderful. Yeah, I can't just thank enough to these people, Ramsha and other people. I'm sorry, I can't.
Maria as well.
I don't remember all the names, but yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that all got together. I got to say, they put a lot of effort into it. So well done to them.
Can you just hold on?
Yeah, of course. We are live, by the way, here on Subrish Radio. This is Zain Imam. We're talking to. He's, I think, driving at the moment.
Hold on.
So, yeah.
So, कुछ important नहीं मैं देख के नहीं कर रहा हूँ. हाँ, मैं एक सेकंड में आगे कर लूँ.
Interesting.
Sir, मैं कुछ ज़रा important बात कर रहा हूँ, sir. सर, वो आपको मिल जाएगा. मैं बैग में पड़ा हुआ है. अभी आप मैं निकल जाता हूँ. मैं आपसे बाद में बात करता हूँ. I just got held up by this policeman. So
oh dear, was everything all right?
Yeah.
I don't want you to be getting into trouble. I want you back on the show. I don't want you to be prosecuted.
Yeah, I'll just speak to this guy. Yeah, okay, bye-bye. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Sab theek hai?
Ek second.
Okay. I think what we'll do is, Zain, if you want to deal with him, we'll call you back. Okay, I think he's gone. Okay, so guys, that was Zain Imam, Neil from Namkaran. I hope he's all right. I hope he's all right. I think he sounded all right. But we'll connect with him again in the next couple of minutes, all right? Right now, though, let's take this short as a break, and I'll be back after these messages. It all happens here on Drive Time.
Your station.
Take over the film, Rabta playing it on Drive Time. That is Main Tera Boyfriend. Right now, though, let's go back live to Zain. Zain, everything all right with you? Hi, Zain.
Yes, everything's fine, man. Just got pulled over. And, yeah.
I was getting worried. I was like, pata nahi kya ho gaya. Oh, thank God.
Oh, nahi, yaar, sab theek hai.
Okay, phew. We can all breathe a sigh of relief.
Pyar khich ke aa gaya.
Pyar khich ke, haan ji aa gaya. Zain, okay, let's go back to some of these questions from the fans. There's one, pyar ki baat ho rahi hai. One wants to know how and what kind of things you look into when it comes to choosing a life partner. I mean, is there anything that kind of hits you that aisi girlfriend chahiye mujhe, aisi wife chahiye mujhe?
नहीं यार ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. It's just that I kind of love innocence in a girl. Yeah, that innocence, that inner beauty has to be there. I mean, that's for me. That's very important, and she should know how to respect my parents. I mean, that's the most important thing. I think it's what I would be looking for in my life partner, if and when it's going to be.
And by the way, Anna is saying that there's quite a few girls that are looking up to Neil Khanna as their ideal life partner. Arre wah.
Arre wah. Really? आज का सीन देख के I think हो गया होगा.
Yeah. There's Sakshi who wants to know, after playing a positive role in Yariyan, how did you enjoy playing a negative role in Dashin-e-Ishq as Yuvraj?
I just loved that show. I mean, that was the very first time I was doing a negative lead, and the kind of response I got and the kind of shades I played in Tashnishk was at another level. I mean, I just loved doing those scenes because I had a lot to do with those scenes. And when I got the responses from fans and in terms of the awards that I got 2 awards, by the way, for Tashnishk for the best actor in a negative role. So one I got Gold Award, second I got 3 Rishte Awards. So
fantastic.
then I realized that, actually the popularity is there and people are actually liking my work, and yeah, I loved it.
Oh, so good. Now, Anjum also wants to know, what's one song, a line of one song that you can describe for Zain, and one line of song that you can describe for Neil?
One song?
Huh.
I can't think of any right now. I think for Zain would be...
Please hang up.
Oh dear. Oh no, I think we just lost him again. 1 second. Let's see.
Hello?
Hi, Zain.
Some connection issues.
Yeah. Zain, I've got literally about 2 minutes before the news comes on. So quickly, any song that you would describe for yourself?
For myself, I think this particular song from Andaz Apna Apna, I would include myself and Neil in it, and I would sing this song called Do Mastane Chale.
Tune, yes. I like that.
So I don't remember the lyrics. So that's just an epic movie. I wish it could have remade by me. I mean, they should have me in that movie. I could do justice to their role. I think either Salman or Amir.
That is a good movie. No, that's good. Chalo, okay, let's go to another question here. Ami Murth wants to know, what's the best thing and the one thing that you've learned from Mahesh Bhatt Saab from Namkaran?
He has a lot of patience and perseverance, I would say. And the kind of briefing he does, he gives, I mean, he's actually clear on his mind what he needs, what he requires from the show. And when he actually gives the briefing, I am actually awestruck most of the times. I just sit there, relax, and just listen to him as if there's nothing, everything's going on in flash forward, and he's there, and he's just briefing me, and there's nobody else. He's like that.
Oh.
He has a different aura around him.
Yeah, no, he's a legend. He is a legend. Zain, you know what? I've literally got about 30 seconds. Before I go, I just want to say thank you so much. There's a lot of fans are saying, do you ever check your mentions on Twitter? They're all saying, can you please interact a little bit more on Twitter? So what would you like to say about that?
I will do that tonight onwards. So it's just that I am kind of occupied with the shoot these days, and as and when I get time, I do interact with fans sometimes by liking and commenting on their posts, because I understand that they put in a lot of effort to make edits and to put in a lot of pictures and videos of our show. So just want to thank them all from the bottom of my heart, and I just wish I could meet them all, but alas. Maybe sometime we'll do a fan meet here in India.